Howdy, y'all. So on the next episode of Ricky's Big World, we gonna spill all the tea.
Purposely always ran in the back. So everybody else was running up, she took the elevator. She got up there, nobody was there yet. So she had to hide. And one of the ladies, when they finally got up to where it's supposed to be, the people in the stairs, all they heard was her being cussed out by one of the businesses because she said, "What you hiding from? Why are you up here? You got business up here? You shouldn't be up here unless you got some business."
Back in the pizza world caverns, behind the test ovens, and in reality next to the bathrooms, it's Ricky's Big World.
Oh, hi. And welcome back to another episode of Ricky's Big World. How y'all doing? I'm sitting here eating Doritos dipped in ranch, then dipped in buffalo sauce, dipped back in ranch again.
I don't normally yuck somebody's yum, but that's weird.
All right, word.
I know you kind of discussed it with me on why you do that, but they're Doritos, they already have flavor on them. I've never dipped a Dorito.
We got a big
maybe in a walking
big old thing of Doritos here.
Maybe in a walking taco, but
Now, Cool Ranch is my favorite.
Cool Ranch is pretty good.
Love Cool Ranch. I'll still dip it in hot sauce.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Fried chicken in hot sauce. I marinate steak in hot sauce. Whatever, hot sauce.
Yeah.
So, anyways, which one?
But something that already has flavor, huh?
Can I eat what I want?
I know.
I mean, you all up in my business all the time.
It's kind of my job. It's my whole job description is to be in your business. I am your stalker, your personal stalker.
I'm listening.
That's it. I'm your stalker.
Okay.
You could always make a New Year's resolution to get rid of me.
I don't do New Year's resolution because they fail. If I did a New Year's resolution and said, "Please, Lord, please take Jana away from me," If I said Jana got to go, no, it won't happen.
All right.
So.
Well, Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you too. I do not do New Year's resolutions because they don't work, they fail, and people they hate themselves because of it and all that. I'm fat. I'm gonna be fat. I ain't worried about no damn trying to lose weight, miss this. I'm happy where I am. So, now, my auntie one time would try to do a New Year's resolution about trying to grow her hair out.
Which auntie?
Auntie Wig.
Oh.
Auntie Wigs keeps her hair real short because of all the wigs she got. And she said that stocking cap is just tearing her hair up anyway, so she just shaved it. And so I think last year actually, she's talking about how I'm gonna grow some hair for a New Year's resolution. So she tried it. It got about this many inches, and she went on there and she took the razor blade. She just cut it all off.
She was like, "I'm done."
She don't go to the salon and do it. She does it at her place in the dark when nobody can see her. Because she's saying nobody can walk in and see me without my stocking cap and my wig.
Yeah.
And because she went to church one time and she was up there in the choir. And even as old as she is, she's up there singing. And she got into it too much and the wig fell off by itself.
Oh, no.
And so she said evidently God was mad at her.
Yeah, because, you've told us that story of that girl who tripped and fell and hit her head, but her wig saved her.
Because the wig had a strap on the back. That's why I saved her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But she wasn't wearing a wig with a strap that day?
No.
It just flew off.
It just
Poor auntie wigs.
And she blamed the fact that the stocking cap was made of silk, and so it didn't hold on to her head too fast. I don't know who called them in, but yeah. So she had that New Year's resolution, and this year she was talking about her New Year's resolution was that she's going to start not eating in her car no more because she found a pack of mice in her engine. I said, what's that got to do with inside your car? when they nesting in the engine. Because I found the doo-doo inside my car.
I'd be done.
So she said, I ain't eating in it no more. Nobody can eat in it no more. And that's it. Yeah. Remember I told you she bought that car brand new.
Yeah.
And paid cash for it. Brand new Cadillac. So.
And now there's mice and.
I told her I made a mistake of saying, well, you shouldn't be so nasty. And keeping a nasty house and a nasty car. Man, she clicked.
I was going to say, I already know what she did. She hung up on you.
Hung up on her.
As she should have. That was rude.
She brought her business to me. I didn't ask for her business, okay? I didn't ask her to tell me that she found mice in her damn engine. I didn't ask for her to tell me that she got a nasty car. I did not ask her that. She brought her business to me. So I feel I can say whatever I want to say to her.
Fair.
So that's her New Year's resolution for this coming, or for New Year's.
I see.
So there it is.
All right. And then you don't have any resolutions because you
I don't do them. Because like I said, I remember one year I said, you know what? I am not going to eat no more potato salad. Because potato salad give me gas. And so I said, I'm not going to do it. What did I do at the first cookout? I ate potato salad, and it wasn't even mine. It was somebody else's, and it gave me a disease or something. Something happened, and I just...
Do you do anything for New Year's? Like, do you celebrate or do anything special?
We... Every year, we cook black eyed peas with ham hocks. We cook the sweet potatoes, the yams. We cook collard greens, turnip greens, fatback. We used to do this huge thing, but each thing means something, though. You know, like the greens means dollar bills in your pocket. The cornbread means the color of coins. Okay. You got the candy yams for luck. You got black eyed peas and ham hocks. That's for luck too. I mean, you just got out long health and everything else. And I never understood the long health part because you eat grease like you wouldn't believe. We eat pork and everything else. I mean, it's a big old thing, tradition that we do, and a lot of people don't understand it, but it's specific.
Sounds delicious though. It sounds delicious though.
Let me tell you how Jennifer makes it. So, Jennifer, we got this big old stock pot. I mean, the thing is like just, good Lord, huge, big red stock pot. And she'll get her collard greens. I'm the one usually doing it. So I'm over there in the sink and I'm pulling apart and everything else because you don't want stems in there. And then you wash them out real good. And in the stock pot, she'll take like fatback. And that fatback could even be bacon if you want it, okay? So, and she'll fry the fatback to get the grease in the pot, at the bottom of the pot. So once that's done, then she put the collard greens in, a layer of fatback, layer of turnip greens, layer of fatback, layer of collard greens, and just keep going all the way up to the top. Then you fill it up with water. Make sure you put all your spices in it and everything else, red wine vinegar, and some other things. Now, some people do their greens with turkey meat. Turkey meat, I like it, but it's not spicy enough for me. So then you put that and you slow cook it all day. It ain't no instant little like 20, 30 minute thing. No, it's an all day thing.
Sounds delicious. This is my favorite time of year. Like
What?
after Halloween. Love it. Because you have Thanksgiving with all the delicious food. Then you have Christmas with all the delicious food. Then you have New Year's with all the delicious food. Like, this is the comfort season for me.
That's why Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig make so much money.
Yeah. Because as soon as the New Year happens, like, well, we got to get all this off. All that pie.
Pie. Sweet potato pie. You ever had a chocolate chess pie?
No.
It's basically a pecan pie, but they make it with chocolate.
That sounds good.
It is so good. You have that. You also can have a water pie. I'm not really all that.
What's a
crazy
water
about.
pie?
You make it with water.
What does that mean, though?
You
Like,
got
what's
your
in
pie
it?
crust, and then you pour water in it, and then you add different like vanilla this and this, and then a little bit of flour in the water and stuff like that, and then you bake it.
That's a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's almost a custard. That's what it tastes like, almost like a custard.
Does it have flavor?
You got to add a flavor.
Yeah, but
My grandmama used to do. I don't care for them too much. But red velvet cake, I'm good at. Any kind of chocolate. Look, I'm fat. I'll eat anything, any kind of cake. That's fine with me. But when it comes to Thanksgiving, then you got to have your. I'm not really big on the pumpkin pies, but
that's my favorite.
no, sweet potato pie. You got to do a sweet potato pie.
I'm not a fan.
Anyway,
Pumpkin
now the
is
way
where
we
it's
make
at.
sweet potato pie, we actually put bacon grease in.
In the sweet potato pie?
Mm-hmm.
What's it taste like? Like, is it similar to pumpkin or
Yams.
what?
Yams. It's just eating yams.
No, I know what a sweet potato is. I love sweet potatoes.
Well, why
but,
are you
like,
asking what it tastes
what's
like?
the flavor profile? Because you just said bacon grease, so now I'm
Oh.
thinking it's savory.
The bacon, we always save our bacon grease.
Yeah, I do
Right,
too.
right.
It's
So-
gold.
Gold, that's right, gold money too, because we got people actually asking, Ricky, could you give me some of your bacon grease? No, I ain't giving you nothing, but you can pay for it. So it all depends. So I make I make bacon for breakfast that morning, and then I'll set it to the side, the bacon grease. But if you're gonna do it for like pies or whatever, you add some brown sugar to it while it's still hot, and then you mix it up. And there's some people I know who put honey in their bacon grease. So when you go to line the pan, you got that bacon grease in there. And then when you do your mixture, you can add that seasoned bacon grease to that mixture too, and it gets into the flavor.
That
It
is
so good.
smart.
You don't do
I've
it,
never like lined up pie or anything like that. Like that's perfect.
Auntie Big Toe actually makes bacon grease butter. So she'll do that. She'll put it in this mold that looks like butter.
Yeah.
And it's got all the spices or whatever. So you can have garlic, bacon grease butter. You can have sesame seed bacon grease butter. Whatever kind of butter that you want for whatever occasion. So she'll do all that.
How do you store your bacon grease?
In the cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
We have these little mason jars
Yeah.
about this big, and just put it in the cabinet. If
How
you
long
want
does
to put
it
it in the
stay that
freezer,
long?
you can put it in the freezer too. It's fine.
Yeah. How long does it stay if it's in the cabinet? Because I put mine in the freezer. I make like little, almost like cubes out of it.
Oh yeah. I don't know because it don't last long.
Oh.
Because
that's fair.
we're cooking with it all the time.
Yeah, I do too.
Because what did I make one time? I made macaroni and cheese with chicken, and I fried up the chicken in bacon grease. And I instead of butter, I put bacon grease in the macaroni and cheese. And you would think it would be greasy, but it's not. And especially making your homemade like chili sauce or not sauce, cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Then it's like you grab a chunk of that frozen bacon grease
Yeah.
that you already got seasons in, put it in the pan, let that melt. Then you add the cheese, you put that in there, whatever you use. I like the shredded,
Yeah.
like all-purpose cheese. I used to love government cheese.
cheese.
Hey, they got, you know what? I used to love, when we lived in the projects, getting government cheese. Government cheese is the best cheese on the planet. I don't care about all that fancy stuff and all that. You got a big old block of government cheese that's like this big, you can kill somebody with, just hit them in the head with it. That's good. Now, but anyway, so yeah, like the all-purpose cheese where they got all sorts of different ones mixed together,
Yeah.
shredded. Grab a big old handful of that, put it in there with that bacon grease that's melted in there, that's already been seasoned. Mix that up, keep mixing. Then you add your milk if you want, heavy whipping cream, whatever you want, depends on how thick. I like a thinner cheese. So, and you just keep doing it, stirring. Now, a lot of times what I like to do is add either ground turkey that I cook or ground beef and put that into the cheese sauce for nachos.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, that sounds good.
and then of course the hamburger meat's got to be seasoned too.
I should
season everything.
I should try that for like our New Year's dinner. Make some macaroni and cheese like that.
Fry what?
What?
Fry what?
Macaroni and cheese like that using the bacon grease. Sounds delicious.
You gotta make a lot of it though.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, when I make food, I always make too much food because I'm a person that likes, like,
you got a big family though.
I do have a big family, but I'm also like this. I'm so boring. I love to make bread and can, and those are my things. So I freeze meals and stuff.
Bread? That's hard to make. You make your own bread?
I do make my own bread.
Really?
I do.
Bread machine or by hand?
By hand.
Wow.
Well, it started with a machine. I asked for a bread machine for Christmas one year, and I got it. And then it just started an addiction, and now I make it
By hand.
by hand.
I
Yeah.
see people making bread by hand. I ain't into that.
Yeah, and I'm really into like canning, especially out here. I got into it because like you have corn
How old are
season.
you?
I know it's so bad. But like, I love to
She's
freeze.
younger than me, I think.
I love to freeze meals and stuff because I have a family, and quick meals are important with sports and things going on. So
Do you make cakes?
cakes, not really.
Next time you make a cake, even if it's in a box, that's fine. Don't follow the directions.
I've seen stuff about that.
So what I do, like, let's say chocolate cake. It'll say add water and oil.
Oh, I never add water
Add
to
right.
anything. Always milk. Yeah.
And then for the oil, I don't add oil. I melt down butter.
Yep.
But I also add chocolate pudding
Yeah, I've heard that.
to it, and bacon grease.
Bacon grease. I gotta try it. I gotta try
I will
that.
take the bacon grease and have it melted down or whatever. Like I said, we got some in the freezer, refrigerator, and the cabinet. So it depends on what you want to do. So with the cakes, I'll grab the ones out of the cabinet because it's still a liquid to a point.
Yeah.
And I'll scoop it out, put it in a thing of butter, mix that all up, and then put that into the cake. And that bacon grease adds so much flavor, and it just changes the whole thing. It's just great. Problem is, sometimes the cake can turn out more like a fudge bar. But that's
Which
why
I'm okay.
But I'm okay with that too.
I was gonna say.
But I'll add the pudding mix in there to give it more of that lava cake feel, because a plain old cake is fine for like New Year's,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But when you got it and it's that moist and it's got that chocolate pudding inside that's
Yeah.
still kind of liquidy and hot
I love that. That's my favorite.
with the
too.
bacon grease, man.
How do you like your brownies? Like, do you like your brownies like thick and like
I used to. It
moist, or do you like them more
depends
like
on the
fluffy?
time of my life. I used to like them where if you threw it at a window, it'll break the window.
Yeah.
That heavy brownie.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've gotten to the point where I like it a little fluffier,
Oh, okay.
but I don't want them too fluffy. Because you know how you bite into one and it just crumbles?
Yeah.
I don't like
I
that.
don't like that either.
Because I would lick the floor. If a brownie touches that floor, I'm going to go down and lick them. Okay, so we got to have a brownie that's not going to fall apart, because it's got to go all the way in there. But yeah, I like adding the pudding to the brownies too.
What about cookies? Are you like they need to be firm all the way around, or do you like them kind of
I
like
them soft.
undercooked?
Peanut butter cookies for New Year's is great. So you just take a cup of peanut butter, a cup of sugar, add vanilla flavoring, mix that stuff all up, roll it into a ball or whatever, put it on the cookie sheet, cook
Yeah.
it, bam, you're done.
Do you kind of like it undercooked though?
I like a little on the cook because it's going to continue cooking sitting on the stove.
Well, I was wondering too, because the way you were talking about the cake, how you like that texture. You know, sometimes brownies can get like that too, where they're really heavy but super moist in the middle, and then cookies underbaked in the middle are kind of like that too. So I was trying to figure out like your preference for baked goods.
Auntie Wiggs, I went over to her house one time and she was making some peanut butter cookies. And somebody had the nerve to sit there and say, tell her how she should have made them cookies. She kicked them out of her house.
Yeah.
Because of that one thing. So cookie making is something serious in my family. Or cooking, period.
Yeah.
And it's like with macaroni and cheese. Don't make it a certain way and don't tell her how she gonna make it.
Yeah. I think there's certain things you can't do that too. Like for Christmas, I make tamales for Christmas, and
Yeah, but isn't Nick?
yes, yeah.
Your husband's Mexican.
His mom taught me how to make tamales.
Yeah.
She came over one year, but there's like a very specific way, like
The green or the red?
Yeah. Well, these are a little bit of both, but people have specific ways of how they do things, and like that's just how they do it. You can't come in and be like, oh, you should have done. It's like, no, this is our family thing.
That's right. Don't come to my house telling me how to do things in my own damn house.
Exactly. Yeah. So I feel her. If somebody came in and was like, this is how you make tamales, I'm gonna be like, well, this isn't how our family makes tamales. See you later. You don't get any. Bye.
I ain't never like that when people do that. And that's what I'm saying. There's certain people you say that to, and they're like, okay, ha ha ha. And there's people like my Auntie Wigs.
Yeah.
They're not.
I imagine too, like in the South, that's probably like those recipes are everything.
I'll say this. So even fast food here is different than in the South, because I'll go to a drive-thru and get like a biscuit in the morning.
Oh yeah, it's not
dry, hard. I went to a certain royalty type fast food place in Louisiana. Those biscuits were soft, buttered up like you wouldn't believe. I'm talking about, it was almost Pauladined.
They have to. I think they have to play to the region too. It's kind of like McDonald's. Like when they open McDonald's, internationally, like they have to cater to those tastes and stuff. And I think it's probably regionally too. Like you can't go in the South and serve biscuits that aren't amazing.
You get stabbed.
You won't make any money. Those places will close real quick.
Very true. And you also can't charge a lot of money for Southern food. That's what gets me. I know there's some places around here that have tried to open up, and then they want to charge $30 for some fried chicken. No. Or just, I know there's one specific place, I'm not going to mention their name, but I went there one time to try their food. Now, they're from Georgia. Their food costs ridiculous amount up here. That same food down south, it ain't that much.
So
it's not much.
Question: there's a specific chicken place you've been going to in the South. What's their chicken? What's their chicken?
The
cost?
Chicken Shack. You can name them Chicken Shack and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Oh my goodness!
Normally, you're the one asking me if I could name them, and I was like, I don't know if you want to name them.
Hey,
or not.
whatever.
How much do they charge for like a chicken dish?
On Tuesdays, you can get a leg and thigh and a biscuit for $2.75.
And these people want to charge you $30 up here?
And there's some places that want to charge up here for $30.
Nope, I'm good, thank you.
You're right, $2.
I've seen you eat that chicken. It looks delicious.
Yeah. No, I ain't playing with it. It's not pretty the way I eat it. But the way they do the chicken, they've been around since 1935. Since we talked about it. They've been around since 1935. Have not changed that recipe. So when you eat their chicken, the crust isn't that crazy crust that's like that thick off of the chicken meat. All right, the crust is actually on the meat, and when you go to bite into it, when your tongue hits that crust, it melts. And they said they have not changed that recipe since 1935, and it is phenomenal. But the prices are great. Now, that's your special on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, they have something else. The other day, I got red beans and rice, which was like a massive amount. Red beans and rice, collard greens, 2 rolls, 2 pieces of chicken, and a drink, and it was $7 and something.
That's crazy.
$7. And it came in a styrofoam.
That's cheaper than McDonald's.
Yeah. And even some of the fast food places are cheaper down there too. Housing is cheaper down there too.
Yeah, but not their auto insurance. I remember you told everybody about the auto insurance.
Yeah, in fact, one of the episodes I think we talked about, didn't we?
We did.
About how expensive it's ridiculous for insurance.
But everything else seems to be cheaper.
Everything else seems to be cheaper.
That's good.
Now, my neighborhood goes all out for different holidays. Halloween went out. You saw that one.
Yeah.
Christmas go out. New Year's going out.
Yeah.
They went. It's crazy. So, but I remember that Phoenix City, Alabama would have. Remember, I was telling you one time about the Christmas parades.
Yeah.
So they have New Year's parades too.
Do they?
And it's crazy. It's crazy. The Phoenix City, Alabama got some great parades. It's a small little town.
Yeah.
And it's still, when you drive through, it's still kind of old school looking. But they got great parades. Columbus, Georgia's got great parades, but they're more They're more uppity.
More uppity.
Yeah. I mean, look, I love my hometown. I'm not saying anything negative about my hometown, but at the same time, I got some uppity people that run the town.
Oh, I see.
But Phoenix City, Alabama is still the way it was in the past. Now, the problem is that sometimes that old boy system is still around.
Yeah.
So, but past that, when they do like New Year's, that stuff like that, like they have this place, I can't remember the name of it, where the homeless can go and eat for New Year's.
Oh.
And what it is everybody cooks food in their own house. They bring it to there, and then they'll also have the kitchen that they're cooking food here to make sure that people, even
Get
your
something
neighbors
to
are
eat.
making sure that you eat.
Yeah.
So,
I love the
great.
community aspect of that, getting everybody involved.
well, here in Cedar Rapids area too, I mean, it's like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a great town to live in.
It was weird when I moved here. Everybody was so friendly. People are very involved. Like,
Yeah, Iowa, nice.
yeah, that Iowa nice is real. I was really confused. I'd be driving down the street and people would be like, wave. And I was like, what is wrong?
Where are you from again?
California? You're not going to get a wave. And if you are, it's one finger.
I'm trying to eat my hot chip.
So it was like, it felt like a different planet when I came here. And I came here for college and I was like, oh, I'm staying.
What school did you go to?
Mount Mercy.
Mount Mercy. I also go to school too. I really like Iowa. Moving here was a culture shock. Like you understand it too. Mm-hmm. But
I can't imagine going back after this though to California. Like people are so nice. Whatever
cost of
traffic
living.
we have here, cost of living, like it's a great place to raise a family. Like once we decided to have kids, we were
Iowa?
like, we're not
Oh, yeah.
moving.
Well, Midwest. I
Yeah.
really like I said, I like the Midwest. When we were living in Vermont before we moved here, because my wife was going to grad school,
Yeah.
and so the housing prices in Vermont astronomical.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. If you want to buy an old shack, that old shack's gonna cost you $400,000.
That's
minimum.
crazy.
And this was back in 2004 to 5
Yeah.
when we lived there. So, what time is it? No, I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Is it
we just opened
just
1
opened
minute
up?
ago. We're
Oh, there
starting
you
to
go.
get customers now.
right to the door.
I know.
I love it. So, everything is like really expensive there, and the people that in the neighborhood I lived in, we lived in graduate student housing, and it was so cliquey. I didn't like
Yeah.
to say. When we moved here, we actually drove to Iowa 3 times to check it out to see if we can find housing. Whatever. One, the house we bought, I couldn't believe the price.
Yeah.
It was ridiculously low. And again, 2005 was when we moved here.
Right.
But what I found is the work ethic in Iowa is so strong.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I grew up in Georgia. The hospitality, wonderful in Iowa. The people will stop what they're doing to help you out.
Yep.
And it's just a really good place. Housing I would say housing here is more expensive than Georgia or the South for what you get. The house we just bought in Louisiana, you saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, huge, beautiful home. If we had bought that for the same price here, we would not have gotten
Yeah.
as much.
Fair.
So housing prices, well, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Housing prices everywhere is going to be as high, but it's the standard of what you're getting, depending on where you're going.
I wouldn't have been able to live in a shoebox in California, so.
And then you got to try to feed your family for New Year's.
Yeah. I know. For any holiday.
Huh?
For any holiday.
Where in California where you from?
Southern California.
Like San Diego?
Yeah.
I've never been to San Diego, but Jennifer has for work, and she says if there's any place in California she'd move to, she'd love San Diego.
There are parts of San Diego that I am just in love with.
You want some more
It's
chip?
beautiful. No, I'm good. I love that when I set it down, you went, who are you trying to feed? A family? And you want to show people what the tin looks like now.
Well, I'm hungry.
Doritos are good.
But like I said, I've only been to the airport, Lax, and Sunnyvale. Only place I've ever been.
I love that you're drinking it with that side so they could see what the side of that cup says.
I'm not a diva. Although,
Yeah, we'll have to get you a refill here.
we need quality. We're professional.
Oh my gosh. Maybe for your New Year's resolution should be to not be a diva.
Number one, I ain't no diva. I told you that. I told you that.
And number 2, you don't do New Year's resolutions.
I don't do New Year's resolutions. I see so many people. I got a cousin, Natalie, who lives in the real swanky town in Florida. All right, and the word island is a part of the thing, and high price everything. And she has a New Year's resolution every year about something. She was telling me, I asked her, I said, so New Year's, what's your New Year's resolution? Well, I really like this ring that I have, and I haven't cleaned it in so long, but I'm thinking about getting another one. So my New Year's resolution is I think about getting another one that maybe has a bigger diamond in it. Oh my God, that is not what I was talking about. But she's pretty cool. She's just joking around. But she used to be a part of this boot camp for women. And so New Year's was always the big one.
Oh, yeah.
Because she would run those women up. She would actually go to high-rise buildings, make them run the steps all the way up. And all the way down.
Oh, my goodness.
All the way up again, all the way down. So she got results.
Yeah, yeah.
But she had so many people quit.
Oh, I'm sure.
And she said that she had this one lady that she's like, She took the elevator. She said, nobody's going to know that I'm there. Because she purposely always ran in the back. So everybody else was running up. She took the elevator. She got up there. Nobody was there yet. So she had to hide. And one of the lady, when they finally got up to where it's supposed to be, the people in the stairs,
Yeah.
all they heard was her being cussed out by one of the businesses because she said, what you hiding from? Why are you up here? You got business up here? You shouldn't be up here unless you got some business. And they said, you rode the elevator up here? She said, well, yeah, my gut hurt. I ate earlier, and my back hurt, so they kicked her out.
Oh, my goodness.
They kept the money, but they kicked her out.
I wonder what the percentage of people who quit gyms and stuff is
For New Year's?
for after their New Year's resolution.
Oh, I bet that's a lot.
Because I'm sure January is high, and it probably starts to dip probably the end of February, you think?
That's why you go find a friend named Jim so you can say I visited Jim. Mm-hmm. That's exactly it right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, New Year's resolutions for me, I don't like them because I don't like lying.
Yeah.
And I would lie to myself by saying, hey, I got this New Year's resolution, because if I can keep it up all the year,
You're going to just feel guilty. And
if I said, all right, my New Year's resolution is I'll never eat Pizza World pizza again, that's a lie.
Yeah.
I'll never eat fried chicken again. I know that's a lie.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to change my ways by not speaking as Southern as I am now. That's a big old lie. So,
That's fair.
there's that.
That's
But
fair.
what about you?
I think like resolutions should have like a, I don't know that I would
Expiration
like quit.
date?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't quit. I would just be like, I would try to do 5% better. You know,
Oh,
like
keep it small.
Yeah, I keep it small. Like I want to eat 5% better, just 5% over the whole year. So that's like maybe one thing a week where I just don't. Maybe I don't have a cookie
What's
every night.
5%?
I don't know. Maybe I don't have a cookie every night. I have a cookie 6 nights.
Okay, so it's food related.
Or, you know, whatever the thing is.
What about
if I want to
attitude?
get healthy, well then just one day a week, just don't have an attitude.
Okay, you just failed at your New Year's resolution right
I
there.
didn't say that was my.
But I'm just saying.
Trust me, my New Year's
You can't sit there-
resolution is not about my attitude.
But you can't sit there and say you're going to have a New Year's resolution where I'm not going to get no attitude. I'm 5% less attitude than I for the rest of the year. That's
But
my New
even
Year's
if I
resolution.
had attitude 2 weeks in a row, I still have the whole year to go for 5%.
But you will fail at that 5%.
I wouldn't fail at that. It's little. Start little.
Listen, family. She opened her mouth up. That's attitude. That's it. She will fail at that.
Yeah, but it's not my New Year's resolution, so it's fine.
Oh,
My New Year's resolution's always the same.
what is it?
Just to get a little bit healthier. Just
Well, I will say this.
1% healthier.
No one has really seen. Has anyone seen you on camera yet?
No.
She has lost weight. You look great.
Thank you.
And so I stopped the Ozempic,
You did.
and I've gained weight.
Yeah.
Why?
Why'd you stop? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to answer.
No, I lost my supplies on the move.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a reason.
I have an appointment soon to go see a doctor.
Oh, okay,
so I'm
good.
gonna go see the doctor, and then, but yeah, I lost all the Ozempic in the move, and so I don't know if somebody took it in the move or if I just misplaced it. But either way, it's been out of the refrigerator for how long?
Yeah, for longer than it needs to.
But when I was on Ozempic, it was, and the whole reason for me being on it is because of the high sugars.
Yeah.
But the wonderful side effect, I was losing weight.
Yeah, for sure.
But once you stop,
Yeah.
I
I've
was
heard
like,
that.
Starting to puff up. I've been puffing up. So
I've heard that. But I've also heard like some studies came out about it's supposed to help with a bunch of other things like
Heart
addiction
failure.
now and
addiction.
addiction.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how accurate those are, but
Well,
and
What
I
I'm-
find it hard to believe and me this is me personally, if you have a different view on things, fine, forget this, skip this part, but I find it seems too good to be true that one drug can solve so many issues to me. Like that seems like snake oil to me. But that's just me.
oh, she talking about the snake oil. She went back. No, the.
But it's
I
great
guess
if
I
it
can
does.
kind of see the addiction. I'm trying to figure that out in my brain on it.
Yeah,
But
it's supposed to help with like substance.
But when I was on Ozempic, what I noticed is that you're nauseous.
Yeah. So you probably
Yeah.
just don't want to do
You just
anything.
don't want any food. And
Yeah.
so that's where the big weight loss thing is that you're just too nauseous to eat. You
Yeah.
don't want it. Now you want one of my chips?
I do want one of the chips, thank you.
Okay.
Because
They
although
almost-
I'm on a healthy journey with my New Year's resolution, I'm only trying to get 1% healthier. So I can still have a couple of chips.
Is that in your 5%?
As long as I don't eat the whole bag, it's an improvement. You know?
You want some hot sauce?
No, I don't. Thank you, though.
Well, so, all right. New Year's resolutions. There it is.
Let us know if you have New Year's resolutions, how you feel about New Year's resolutions. Like, leave us some comments. I'm dying to know.
Okay, to a point. We don't want to hear. Well, I'm gonna pick my nose less this year. I just don't really feel like picking my nose as much as I was before. So,
You know what? If that is your New Year's resolution,
but we don't want to
let
hear
us
about
know.
nobody to picking their nose.
Let us know because I would love to show Ricky all
I
of
would
those.
scratch my ass less than I was last year because it's not as itchy as it was before. My hemorrhoids done shrunk. I don't want to hear that mess.
I do. I want to hear it, and
You wanna hear it?
I'll forward all of them to you.
Okay, all right. Well, you need Roxana's Big World then. 'Cause, speaking of which, I'm Ricky, and that's the end of this episode. Okay, and now we talking about butt scratching and nose picking and stuff. So we done. Happy New Year. Okay, bye. Oh wait a minute, no, we ain't gonna leave the door unlocked for you. No, you nose picking thing. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.